Chosen one, Tuesday is the big day. Please listen. Tuesday is not just another date on a calendar. It is not another day to pass through in routine. Nor is it something to be brushed off as if it holds no power. Tuesday is a marked moment written in the unseen long before you ever stepped into this season of your life. You may have been sensing the build-up without even realizing it. Subtle signs, whispers in your spirit, an unusual alignment of events. This is because Tuesday carries a weight in the spirit realm that will manifest in your physical reality. It is the kind of day that changes momentum. It is the kind of day that shifts narratives for you, chosen one. This Tuesday has already been blessed, authorized, and set apart. You are not walking into an ordinary day. You are walking into a day that has been prepared for your rise. Stay with me until the end of this message, because what I am about to reveal will help you understand why Tuesday holds the key you've been waiting for, and comment your warmest, most powerful wishes down below, along with the number 99. Do this not just as an action, but as a declaration. Every wish you write carries an energy, and when combined with faith and alignment, it becomes a force in the universe. Let the universe feel your intention. Let the vibration of your words open the doors you've been knocking on today. You're not just hearing a message. You're participating in the energy that will move mountains for you. Now, chosen one, like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. And let's begin. Imagine a clock that has been ticking for years, each second bringing you closer to a moment of divine intersection. The point where preparation meets opportunity. That moment is not abstract. It is not someday. It is anchored in the reality of time. For you, that time is Tuesday. This is not about superstition. This is about divine orchestration. The way things have been aligning recently. People suddenly reaching out. Delays that seemed frustrating but were actually repositioning you. Unexpected clarity arriving in moments of silence. All of this has been preparing you to meet the exact conditions that Tuesday will hold. The reason Tuesday is so significant is because the spiritual weight behind it has already been building for weeks, even months. Energy is not random. Shifts are not accidental. There are seasons when things are locked, and no matter how hard you push, the door does not move. But then there are days when the locks are undone without effort, and all you need to do is step forward. Tuesday is a door day. You will notice that certain conversations will flow more naturally. Opportunities will seem to seek you rather than the other way around, and clarity will replace confusion. It will be as if the wind is finally at your back. This is also why you might have felt unusually restless or even burdened in the days leading up to now. Restlessness before a divine day is not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that your spirit is in motion before your body catches up. It's the anticipation of your destiny calling your name. And chosen one, when destiny calls, the air changes. You might feel more sensitive to energy, more aware of people's intentions, or more drawn to moments of quiet. That's because you are being tuned to hear and receive what Tuesday is carrying for you. Do not underestimate the quiet nudges that happen on Tuesday. It might not begin with a dramatic trumpet sound, though it could, but sometimes the biggest breakthroughs are wrapped in the smallest beginnings. A message from someone you haven't spoken to in years. A decision you finally make that's been lingering for too long. A meeting, a signing, a conversation that changes how you see the path ahead. This is the nature of divinely appointed days. They have layers. On the surface, it may look like any other day, but in the unseen, the ripple effects are monumental. I want you to also understand that Tuesday is not just about receiving, it's about positioning. You can be given the greatest opportunity in the world, but if your posture, your mindset, and your readiness are off, the opportunity can pass right through your hands. That's why the days before Tuesday are important. This is your time to release lingering doubts, to forgive yourself for the seasons you feel you wasted, and to step into Tuesday with clear intent. You are not just walking into a day, you are walking into an appointment. And at divine appointments, everything you've been preparing for converges. Chosen one, there's something else you need to know. Tuesday is also a separation day. When light breaks forth, it doesn't just illuminate the path, it also reveals what doesn't belong there. Expect that as you step into this day, certain distractions will either fall away on their own or be clearly exposed. People who have been holding on to you for what they can gain might distance themselves. Opportunities that were never truly aligned might suddenly dissolve. Don't fight this pruning. It's part of the preparation for what's next. If you hold on to what's meant to go, you will crowd the space meant for your blessing. And as the day unfolds, watch for confirmation. Confirmation is not always in words. It can come through timing, through a shift in your own energy, or through external signs that speak to your spirit. You might notice recurring numbers, meaningful encounters, or even a sudden peace where there was once anxiety. These are not coincidences. They are signals that you are in the right place at the right time for the right unfolding. You've been through seasons where nothing seemed to move, where the silence was louder than any promise. But here's the truth. Silence before a big day is like the stillness before a wave crashes. It's not absence, it's build-up. And when Tuesday arrives, you will understand why the silence had to be so deep, why the waiting had to be so long, because the release will be worth every moment you endured. This is not just another encouragement. This is a call to awareness. Tuesday is not waiting for you to be ready. It is coming whether you prepare or not. The question is, will you be positioned to catch what it brings? Or will you watch it pass and wonder later if that was the moment you missed? Chosen one, you have already been given the heads up. This message is your sign. Treat Tuesday with the honor it deserves. Treat it like the divine appointment it is. Chosen one, Tuesday will carry something in the air that your spirit will detect before your mind can process it. You may wake up that day with an unusual calm, or you may feel a surge of energy that almost pushes you forward before you even know where you're going. This is the atmosphere of appointed moments. They change how the day feels from the very beginning. The alignment begins before your feet even touch the floor. You are going to notice that the world around you seems to respond differently, not because the world itself has changed overnight, but because you have shifted into alignment with what's meant to find you. It is vital that you understand the power of recognition on a day like Tuesday. Sometimes blessings don't look like blessings when they arrive. They may appear as small requests, sudden invitations, or even situations that seem insignificant at first glance. But when you are tuned into the energy of the day, you will be able to discern what others overlook. This is why divine timing is so powerful. It takes what could be dismissed and turns it into the moment that changes everything. Tuesday will also carry with it the law of divine acceleration. There are seasons where you have to push and fight for every inch of progress. And then there are days where progress pushes itself toward you. The weight of all your effort, every seed you've planted, every prayer you've spoken, every tear you've shed, it gathers. And on appointed days like Tuesday, the harvest bursts through suddenly. What took years to build in silence can be brought into the light in hours. You must be ready to move quickly when it does, because acceleration doesn't wait for hesitation. You might find that Tuesday tests you in subtle ways. Opportunities may appear that require you to trust your instincts to choose between comfort and courage. Chosen one, this is not the day to shrink back. This is the day to respond with boldness. The energy of Tuesday will reward those who lean into its current, not those who stand on the shore watching it pass by. Remember, this day is not just about something arriving, it's about you meeting it halfway. Another thing about Tuesday, it will have a moment of clarity, almost like the world pauses. This could happen in a conversation, a glance, a sudden decision, or even in the silence of your own thoughts. It will feel like a window has opened, giving you a glimpse into what lies ahead. You may even realize that something you've been holding on to is no longer necessary. Release will be as important as reception on this day, because to carry the new, you must let go of the old. Do not be surprised if people from your past try to re-enter your space on Tuesday. Some may be divinely sent to assist in your next phase, but others may be a test to see if you've truly moved beyond what once held you back. Discernment will be your shield. The same door that lets in blessings can also attract distractions. You must know which ones to let through. Your posture on Tuesday matters. Move as if you already have the answer, the opportunity, the confirmation. There is a spiritual law that says the energy you carry attracts the reality you meet. If you walk into this day with hesitation, you may miss the handshake of destiny. But if you walk in as someone who belongs in the room, who belongs in the conversation, who belongs in the moment, you will not just receive, you will command the blessing toward you. Chosen one, Tuesday reveals something hidden, perhaps information that was kept from you, or a truth about a person or situation. Do not fear these revelations. Light exposes what must be seen, not to harm you, but to free you. Any clarity you receive will only position you better for what's next. And when truth arrives, even if it stings at first, it always liberates. Above all, carry yourself with authority on Tuesday. You are not arriving as a beggar at the gates. You are arriving as someone whose name is already on the guest list. Your invitation was written long before you knew the date. The door will open, not because of luck, but because you were meant to walk through it. The energy of this day will recognize you. And when it does, you will feel it in your spirit. That quiet but undeniable knowing that says, this is it. This is the moment I was built for. Chosen one. The thing about Tuesday is that it will not simply end when the clock strikes midnight. Its effects will bleed into the days after, quietly weaving themselves into your path. You might think the moment has passed, but in truth, the moment will have only begun. Appointed days like this do not just deliver. They activate. They set something in motion that continues to work in your favor, even when you are unaware. In the aftermath of Tuesday, you may feel a strange mix of emotions. There might be a sense of relief, as though a heavy, invisible weight has finally been lifted. There could be an unexplainable excitement bubbling within you, almost like your spirit is running ahead to greet what's next. Or you might feel an intense calm, a calm so deep that it tells you without words, it's done. You don't need to push anymore. All of these are signs that the shift has begun. Pay attention to them. What Tuesday brings may be subtle at first. It could be a single meeting, a phone call, a decision, a word spoken in your favor behind closed doors. And yet, that small moment can carry enough force to rewrite the trajectory of your life. People often underestimate the power of beginnings because they are looking for fireworks. But in truth, the most life-altering events often start as whispers. The seed that grows into the tallest tree doesn't look like much when it's first planted, but it holds the potential to change landscapes. Chosen one, understand that after Tuesday, the energy around you will feel different. Opportunities will sense your shift and be drawn to you. Conversations will take on a new tone with people, suddenly offering insights, ideas, or connections they never mentioned before. You will notice the universe responding to your movement, as if a signal has been sent out because it has. The moment Tuesday arrives, your life will begin to emit a frequency that matches what you've been calling in. This is why the alignment is so crucial. You cannot carry an old frequency into a new reality. There will also be a cleansing effect. Just as the tide washes ashore what does not belong in the deep, Tuesday may bring situations or relationships to a natural close. Some connections may fade without conflict. Others may end more suddenly. Do not resist this. When a new chapter begins, the old one must be sealed. If you try to hold on to what is leaving, you risk slowing your own momentum. Let the release happen with grace, knowing that what remains is meant for the journey ahead. Tuesday is not a random blessing. It is a strategic move by the divine. Think of it like a chess game. Every piece in your life has been moving toward this checkmate moment. What might have felt like setbacks or losses in the past were actually calculated moves to position you for the win. Now, as the pieces align, you will see why the sacrifices were necessary, why certain doors had to close, and why some opportunities had to be delayed until now. The timing is not just good, it is perfect. In the days after Tuesday, you may also notice signs repeating themselves more often, numbers, symbols, songs, or even phrases that seem to follow you. These are reminders from the divine that the energy of Tuesday is still active. The universe is reaffirming that you are on the correct path and that the momentum is still building. This is not the time to doubt or second-guess. It is the time to lean into trust and take bold steps forward. And here is something important. Chosen one. After Tuesday, you may be asked to step into rooms or conversations that once intimidated you. Do not shrink. Remember, Tuesday was not just a day to receive. It was a day to transform. You will not be the same person walking into those spaces. You will carry a new confidence, not forced, but natural, the kind that comes from knowing you have been chosen for this exact moment in time. Move with the assurance that you belong there, because you do. You will also notice that certain problems that once consumed your mind will either resolve themselves or no longer have the power to unsettle you. This is the quiet miracle of divine timing. It not only changes your circumstances, but it changes you. The person you were before Tuesday may have struggled with fear, doubt, or uncertainty, but the person you become after Tuesday will have a new resilience, a sharper clarity, and a deeper peace. Chosen one, when you look back weeks or months from now, you may realize that Tuesday was the turning point you didn't fully understand in the moment. And that's the beauty of these divinely marked days. They are both a destination and a launch pad. You step into them thinking you are receiving one thing, and then you discover they've opened 10 more doors you didn't even know existed. That's how the divine works abundantly, unexpectedly, and always in perfect timing. So, as Tuesday approaches, prepare your mind, guard your energy, and open your heart. You are stepping into a day that was written with your name on it long before you ever asked for it. And when you stand in it, know that the ripple it sends will carry you far beyond this season. Chosen one, There are things about Tuesday that you will not be able to fully understand while you are standing in the middle of it. Some days you live and you immediately know their purpose. But other days, the most powerful ones, hide their meaning until much later. Tuesday is that kind of day. It will not just bring events. It will set invisible currents into motion. It will open unseen pathways, adjust timelines, and quietly rearrange the future you are walking into. There is a reason why you have felt both anticipation and a strange kind of pressure in this season. Pressure in the spirit is not a punishment, it is preparation. Think of a bow being drawn back before the arrow flies. The tension is necessary for distance, and the pull is necessary for accuracy. Tuesday is the release point. Everything that has been stretching you, testing you, and refining you will now push you forward with greater force than you have ever experienced. One of the most remarkable things about days like Tuesday is the protection they carry. While you are focused on what's opening for you, the divine is also closing what needs to be shut. Some opportunities will be blocked not because they are bad, but because they would distract you from the one that matters most. Some people will not be able to follow you into the next chapter, not because they are all against you, but because their season in your story is complete. These removals are not losses. They are shields. Tuesday will also carry the energy of divine redirection. There may be something you expect to happen that day which doesn't go the way you planned. At first glance, you might think it's a delay or even a disappointment. But, chosen one, if something does not unfold the way you thought, it will be because there is a better alignment waiting for you just ahead. On marked days, even closed doors are blessings. The redirection will make sense later, but you must trust it when it happens. In the background, the divine will be doing what I call quiet positioning. This is when the pieces of your destiny move without your awareness. People will be speaking your name in places you have not yet entered. Decisions will be made that will benefit you before you even know the opportunity exists. Paperwork, approvals, arrangements, all of it can shift in your favour while you are simply living your life. You might wake up on Wednesday to an email, a call, or an invitation that traces back directly to something that happened on Tuesday without your knowledge. Chosen one, I also need you to be aware of the way Tuesday may rearrange your inner world. A thought you've carried for years might lose its power. A fear that once kept you frozen may suddenly feel irrelevant. An old hurt may no longer sting. These internal shifts are often the greatest signs that a breakthrough has happened. The external blessings are powerful, but when your inner landscape changes, your entire life trajectory changes with it. Something else you must know. Tuesday has been in the making for longer than you realise. There have been seasons where you thought nothing was happening, where your prayers seemed to float unanswered into the air, where every step forward seemed to be followed by a step back. But in truth, every delay was a setup, every pause was a placement, and every silence was a preparation. The divine has been aligning this moment not just for you, but for everyone and everything connected to your purpose. This is why Tuesday is not only about what you will receive, but also about who you will become. The person stepping into that day will not be the same person stepping out of it. You will walk in carrying the weight of the past season, and you will walk out lighter, sharper, and clearer. You will have a knowing in your spirit, a quiet confidence that no matter what happens next, you are exactly where you are meant to be. And in the days and weeks that follow, you will begin to notice the slow unveiling of blessings that trace back to Tuesday. A chance meeting that happened because you went somewhere on that day. a conversation that planted the seed for a future opportunity, a decision you made in the moment that saved you from something harmful down the line. These will be the echoes of Tuesday, reminders that the divine operates with layers and foresight beyond anything the human mind can grasp. So, chosen one, as Tuesday approaches, anchor yourself. Wake up that day with an open heart, an alert mind, and a spirit ready to move. Listen more closely than usual. Watch for the small details. Say yes to the opportunities that resonate in your spirit. And when the day comes to a close, don't assume the work is done. Trust that the unseen currents will continue to move in your favor long after the sun sets. Chosen one, when the story of your life is told, Tuesday will not be just another date. It will stand out as a chapter marker, a place where everything shifted. Perhaps subtly at first, but profoundly in its impact. You will look back and realize that Tuesday was the day the invisible became visible. The promises that felt distant began to touch reality, and the weight of the waiting was finally met with the joy of receiving. This day will not simply be about what arrives, but about the way it awakens something deep within you. For too long, you have carried dreams like seeds in your pocket, knowing their potential but unable to plant them in the right soil. Tuesday will be that soil, the fertile ground where long-held visions begin to take root. You will feel a shift in the atmosphere, but more importantly, you will feel a shift in yourself. It will be the recognition that you are not waiting anymore. You are walking into it. One of the most striking things about Tuesday will be how the pieces fall into place without force. You won't have to push your way in, fight for recognition, or scramble to be seen. Instead, things will align naturally, almost effortlessly, as if the world has been rearranged just to accommodate your arrival. This is not luck. This is divine orchestration. The same hands that close doors before will now open them with ease because the timing is perfect and the conditions are right. In this moment, you will also understand why the previous season demanded so much of you. The struggles, the delays, the unexpected detours, none of it was wasted. Every challenge forged resilience. Every pause sharpened your clarity. Every ending prepared you for a beginning that could only happen now. Tuesday will be the reward for your endurance, but it will also be the evidence that you are never walking alone. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of what will happen on Tuesday. This single day can set into motion events that transform your life for years to come. A meeting could lead to a partnership. A conversation could lead to an idea. A decision could lead to an entirely new chapter. The divine works in sequences, and Tuesday will be the starting point of a sequence designed specifically for your rise. Chosen one, I must remind you, your role is not to control every detail. Your role is to be ready, to be open, and to respond when the moment calls. There is a rhythm to divine timing, and on Tuesday you will feel it. It might come as a sudden burst of clarity, an opportunity that seems to fall in your lap, or even a situation that tests your faith in an instant. When it comes, lean in. Do not hesitate. Trust that the moment is yours. And when the day ends, you may not fully comprehend all that has been set in motion.
Cannot emphasize this enough. Tuesday is not a random day for you. It is a door that only opens in this season. Miss it now and the same conditions may not align again. For a very long time, this is why you have been prepared in such an intense way. Recently, this is why the last season felt heavy. Why patience was demanded of you. Why people misunderstood you. It was all to build you for the weight of what Tuesday will place in your hands. And when it happens, it may not feel like a movie scene with trumpets and lights. Sometimes the most powerful shifts happen quietly and you only realize later that everything changed at that moment. That is the beauty of divine appointments. They are often cloaked in the ordinary, so that only those who are spiritually awake will recognize them. The truth is, Tuesday is not just the big day, it's your day. The moment you've been unknowingly walking toward through every victory and setback, every open door and every closed one. When you stand in it, let your awareness expand. Feel the weight of it. Honor it, and know that from this day forward, you will never be the same, chosen one. When a day like Tuesday approaches, the spiritual realm begins to make subtle adjustments. Around you, paths shift. Conversations redirect. People find themselves either moving closer to you or away from you without knowing why. This is the invisible choreography of divine alignment. It is as if unseen hands are preparing the stage for you to step onto it. By the time Tuesday arrives, certain doors will already be unlatched, waiting for you to walk through them. Your only task is to have the courage to turn the handle. In the days leading up to Tuesday, you may feel as if time itself is bending. Some hours may feel unusually slow, almost heavy, while others pass in a flash. This is not your imagination. Time flows differently when you are nearing a divine appointment. Your spirit is already leaning into what is coming, pulling you forward, while your body still lives in the now. You are walking in two timelines at once. The preparation and the manifestation. Tuesday will not be about chance. It will be about precision. Every moment on that day will have meaning. Even if you can't see it right away, the person who's it's next. To you, the call you receive, the thought that suddenly surfaces, all of it will be connected. The divine has a way of weaving together threads that seem unrelated until you step back and see the full picture. And chosen one, Tuesday, is when a piece of that picture will be revealed to you. One of the most important things to remember is that Tuesday will require you to be present. You cannot be so lost in the weight of yesterday or the worry of tomorrow that you miss the pulse of the moment. Presence is the key to unlocking what the day has for you. If your mind is elsewhere, the signs will pass unnoticed. This is why in the let-up, it's crucial to release mental clutter. Lay down the burdens that keep your focus scattered. You do not want to be distracted when the current begins to move. Do not mistake Tuesday for the end of your journey. It is a milestone, yes, a significant one, but it is also a launch pad. What happens on Tuesday will set off a sequence of events that continue to unfold beyond the day itself. Think of it like a stone being thrown into still water. The initial splash is just the beginning. The ripples will keep moving outward long after the moment itself has passed. You may only realize months from now that the chain of breakthroughs you experience began on this single day. And chosen one, be ready for the unexpected within the expected. You already know Tuesday is marked for you, but what you may not anticipate is how it will deliver. Sometimes the blessing doesn't arrive through the channel you thought it would. Sometimes the opportunity wears a disguise. Sometimes the answer comes wrapped in a challenge. This is where faith meets discernment. You must look beyond the surface. If you judge too quickly, you may overlook the very thing you've been waiting for. It's also possible that Tuesday will bring a sudden clarity about why certain things did not work out in the past. You may see in an instant how delays were protecting you, how closed doors were actually detours to something better, how people leaving your life cleared the space for someone far more aligned to step in. Understanding this will not just bring peace. It will ignite gratitude for every step that got you here. Chosen one on Tuesday. Speak carefully. Words have always carried power, but on a day like this, they become amplified. What you declare may solidify into reality faster than you expect. If doubt tries to rise, replace it instantly with affirmation. Speak as if you already hold the thing you desire. Move as if the opportunity is already yours. This is not about pretending. It is about aligning your actions and energy with the reality you are stepping into. You may also find that